Hey, think about this. The next time you're at the mall, that security guard you see might not actually be human. Yep, today we're going to break down how these autonomous robots are becoming the new eyes and ears of our favorite shopping centers. So let's ask that question again. Who is watching your mall? I mean, when you're out shopping, you're probably focused on finding a good deal, right? Not really thinking about security. But, keeping these huge public spaces safe, it's a monumental task. And to really get why these robot guards are even a thing, we've got to understand the problem they're trying to solve. See, modern malls are basically these complex mazes, and they come with security challenges that, honestly, old school methods are really struggling to keep up with. And it really all boils down to one simple thing: human limitations. I mean, think about it. Patrolling these huge spaces for hours and hours on end, it leads to fatigue. And when people get tired, mistakes can happen. It's this constant uphill battle to keep an eye on everything 24/7 without any gaps in coverage. And just to give you a sense of the scale of that challenge, we're talking about 1.5 million square feet. That's insane. It's like the size of more than 25 football fields. So to expect a human team to patrol that much space perfectly all day, every day, well, it's just about impossible. Okay, so with all these challenges, what do you do? Well, mall operators are turning to technology. And that's where our new recruit comes in, the robotic guard. So let's see how they stack up, human versus robot. A human guard, they get tired, limited stamina. But a robot, it can operate 24/7, no breaks needed. And it doesn't just see and hear like we do. It's got 360-degree cameras, thermal sensors, you name it. Plus, every single detail gets recorded perfectly, and its alerts are instantaneous. So it's not really a replacement, it's more like giving the human guards a superhuman partner. And all those advantages create this really powerful dynamic. You know those surveillance gaps we were just talking about? Well, the robot's advanced sensors and constant patrols, they fill those right in. It collects data that's completely objective, it communicates in an instant, and honestly, just seeing one of these things roaming around can be a pretty powerful deterrent all on its own. All right, so what does a day on the job for one of these robot guards actually look like? What is it, doing on its patrol? Well, its whole operation is basically a simple four-step loop. First, it patrols a route that's already been set for it. While it's doing that, it's constantly scanning the environment. Third, it's recording all that data from its sensors. And then, the second it spots something that's not right, it alerts the human security team so they can take over. You can almost think of it as the ultimate scout. And the key to all of this is something called anomaly detection. This is really important. The robot isn't just programmed to look for, a bad guy in a ski mask. It's way smarter than that. It's looking for anything that breaks the normal expected pattern. Things like a bag that's been left behind, or a sudden spike in heat that might mean a fire is starting, or even just movement in an area that's supposed to be closed off. There's this quote that just puts it perfectly. The robot is a force multiplier, giving human guards the ability to be in multiple places at once. And that's the whole idea, right? It's not about replacing people. It's about amplifying what they can do, extending their reach. So let's bring this back to us. What does all this tech actually mean for you and me, the shoppers? How does it change our experience when we go to the mall? Well, the benefits we're expecting to see for the public are pretty clear. For one, faster response times if there's an emergency. And two, just a bigger overall feeling of safety. I mean, just the simple, visible presence of this kind of technology can make everyone feel a little more secure. At the end of the day, the goal here is pretty simple. Use technology to create a safer, more responsive environment for all of us. It's all about making our public spaces smarter and, of course, more secure. But this does leave us with a really crucial question, doesn't it? As this kind of technology becomes more and more common, how do we balance the benefits of all this smart security with our need for privacy? Where exactly do we draw that line? That's a conversation we're all going to need to have.